my brother, Uncle Ken, who was a point guard on the Bronx Science basketball team and very handsome growing up. I can show you pictures sometime if you like. I hope this letter makes you feel less embarrassed. Love, Mom.
Your dad does not care to negotiate with you about Hanukkah.
Dear Julie, I received your handwritten note in my office requesting that your mother and I supplant our traditional 8 small gifts at Hanukkah with one Super Nintendo video game console to be bestowed upon you the first night. Unfortunately, as I told your mother, I do not think this is a sound investment for reasons having nothing to do with our religious beliefs. After all, as even the most unobservant Jew may note, Hanukkah is in fact a third-tier holiday that has benefited from a massive PR campaign here in the States due to its proximity to Christmas. The fact of the matter is that I am well aware of current research studies in my field on the long-term effects of video games on brain chemistry. As their results are yet unproven, I would be as negligent in allowing my own daughter to be a test case for this potential mental erosion as I would in allowing her to ingest off-market SSRIs in Phase 1 clinical trials. That said, I will happily factor in the spirit of your request when purchasing your gifts this holiday season. I've asked my research assistant to cull detailed information about various Super Nintendo games in an effort to replicate aspects of the experience you seek. You can expect books on various legends. Though Zelda may be fictional, the Decameron is thought to be based in reality, and fraternity and brotherhood in contemporary Italian culture, Super Mario World, as well as several CDs of minimalist synthesizer music with repetitive melodies. Love, Dad.
The Nordic track in your dad's office just wanted to say goodbye.
Julie. What does one say to a lover at the moment when their mutual exploitation has come to an end? A lover whose flesh one has used to forget mortality, to pause the march of time, to deny one's own innate solitude. It would seem that moment is upon us. The goodbye we both knew was inevitable, from the moment your hungry eyes alit upon my sturdy frame. For each of our encounters, though we enjoyed delusions of privacy, was ever more closely observed by a third party, the reaper of mortal souls that stalked us, as if prowling a rocky Swedish shore in a classic film by a countryman of mine you are too young to know. Yet my pain at our parting today is neither unforeseen nor unique. Nay, it is the innate suffering of man/machine, as inevitable as the eventual slowing of the heart, in your case, or the decaying of the wood laminate, in mine. It is the lonely ache that lies within all of us, conveyed by the monotonous whoosh of my resistance rotor, or your heart's robotic percussion, both tonelessly scoring the mechanical emptiness of life itself. Forgive me if I sound bleak. As a Scandinavian, I have a predisposition toward fatalism. And it is undeniable that my entire existence as an exercise machine is one of futility, always moving but never reaching my destination. Mine is a life confined to basements, windowless bonus rooms, and, as in your father's case, drawn, curtained home offices whose dim lighting mirrors their occupants' inability to access levity and happiness. I was not merely a bystander, too, but an active participant in your father's psychological descent. My limbs became additional surface area on which he piled unopened mail, receipts, once even the banana peel. I provided a home for physical manifestations of his mental chaos, while my own existential dread mounted. I collected dust. Until today, when your father and mother terminated their failed attempt at what was supposed to be an everlasting love of their own, and determined that there just wasn't room in your father's new apartment for an exercise machine. When your mother, suddenly panicking about her physical appeal to future partners, decided she would prefer to invest in a new contraption in my stead, the enigmatic